This trip and this region really, really is special to me.
The species that we're gonna target now are like trophy species.
You just don't know what the next corner holds.
Oh God, look at them.
Starting to bite a little bit, huh? There's gonna be more than just the usual suspects.
Yellowtail.
No shortage of them here.
It's a real good one.
Those are the ones we're looking for.
Oh, an orange! I got him, I got the orange.
My name is Hussainy. I grew up in Southern California and now operate one of the largest sport fishing websites in the world.
Just another day at the office.
My office, not yours.
I'm Rush Maltz.
I got you. What you seeing?
Florida Keys native and career fishing guide for the past 20 years.
Fish. When I come out to California, you can let me catch all the 300-pound tunas.
Our passion is our profession, and we know there's more to fishing than just the catch.
There's a good mark right there. That's what I like to see.
That's the one. He's not superstitious because that's bad luck. Woo. All right, get with him, come with him.
We explore the people, places, and species that make up the culture of fishing.
Baja really holds a special place in my heart and also the heart of a lot of guys from Southern California.
Baja is full of adventure. Baja has phenomenal fishing. It's just that trip where you never know what's going to happen next. What got you coming down here in the first place? Obviously, you know, fishing and...
As a kid, it was hunting. Back when I was, man, 10, 11, 12.
When did you start trailering boats down here and voyaging out on the waters and learning the waters?
I think I was about 18, coming down with buddies, you know, little tin boats and all that stuff. Baja is sort of the next step in your fishing evolution when you grow up in Southern California. And then once we got a taste of what this had, it was every summer. I've been coming down here since my late teens. I have this trip that we do at least once a year to the northern sea of Cortez, and it's just something I don't miss.
And where we're going, you see a lot of boats fishing there, or?
No, so where we're gonna start out, which is the north end of Isla LaGuardia, there's not many boats that go there. Really the closest fishing port is Bahia de Los Angeles, LA Bay. It's this massive bay that's protected by an even bigger island, Angel de la Guardia. It's just a harbor for all sorts of life, from fish, of course, to birds, to whales. The scenery is amazing.
Going into another world, a world where there isn't so many resources. You're not going to stop on any given street corner and find a gas station. You're not going to find an auto parts store.
So from San Felipe, we're going to go about another 2 hours to a little town called Gonzaga Bay, and that's where we'll put the boat in the water. We'll leave the truck and trailer there, and then we're gone for 5 days. You know, last time we came down here, we did go down the Pacific side. These don't get old. Dale pa' atrás, Rigo, dale pa' atrás, Rigo, dale pa' atrás, Rigo. The Pacific side is rougher, generally colder, but still has some awesome fishing.
Look at that. That's my first broomtail this trip.
In Abre Ojos, we were chasing groupers, but those were Gulf groupers and broomtail groupers.
For groupers, this is the place.
Hands down, best grouper bite I've ever seen.
We might not be able to launch.
Why?
Because tide's so low. If you come down here with your boat and you're expecting to find a marina, you're dead wrong. That falls off. Our friend says that if that rock has to be wet to get the gradient and out. This place basically is a do-it-yourself situation. Now, I think we might be able to do it here across the sand.
One thing I've learned about my few trips to Mexico is you're shooting from the hip a lot.
I mean, I think there's enough slope and it's hard enough. I mean, we'll probably have to get the wheels wet.
I've been down there twice now, and I don't think we've used a boat ramp yet.
Is this possible over that sand, or are we crazy?
I wouldn't trim them down too much yet.
That's good though, right there, right?
Yeah.
In order to get stuff done here, sort of on the scale we're doing with the bigger boats and the fuel requirements, you really do need to enlist some help of friends. And in our case, those friends come in the form of Julio Meza. You ready, Raj?
Julio is a Mexican farmer who grew up in Baja, but whose main passion in life is fishing.
He's an absolute fishing freak. He lives to fish. It's all he does. It's all he thinks about. He travels the world. And he's also probably the greatest ambassador for fishing to Baja California.
Not a bad site to pull up to, huh, Raj?
No, not at all.
When I told Julio what I was planning to come down and do this region, he said, let me check, make sure my schedule's clear. Next call I got from him, I'm wide open, let's do it. This is his backyard. He literally knows everybody in this town, and he can make magic happen.
Nice ride.
The magic came in the form of this boat. We're sitting on an 85-foot Azimuth yacht.
Are you guys gonna put me on some fish? This guy's been killing me lately.
The guy that owns the boat is a good friend of Julio's, and when Julio made the call, he was more than happy to let us use this giant yacht. Now we've got a floating mothership.
You know, when it comes to these trips to Mexico, I leave the logistics to the guys who know what they're doing. Those guys are Ali and Julio. It's a lot to put together. We're down there for a week. You have to plan to have enough fuel to start your trip, fish for days on end, and each day we were running south 50 miles to 60 miles.
Local knowledge is brought to you by Evan Rood, Penn, Let the Battle Begin, Yeti Coolers, built for the wild, the Florida Keys and Key West, come as you are, SIMRAD, go with confidence, go with SIMRAD, Nomad Design, crafted by experience, and BDOutdoors.com.
The species that we're gonna target now are like trophy species, you know, for Baja.
Really?
Yeah, so hard to catch, they live on the rock.
Our favorite target down here is the leopard grouper, AKA Sardinera, AKA cabrilla.
But today, we're here for cabrilla.
Cabrilla. I want to see some cabrilla. Will I catch one?
Yeah, you will.
I will. I like your confidence.
You will catch a few.
You're brimming with confidence.
The style of fishing that we do down here primarily is casting against structure or fishing over structure.
Do I want to reel these fast or moderate speed?
Fast.
Fast.
And the reason I like that is you're catching fish in anywhere from 2 to 30 feet of water.
There we go.
Oh, you got him.
There we go.
Baby sardinera. Beautiful fish.
They got the same coloration as a black grouper with the dots, but they have bars on them. These have bars on them. Very pretty.
Nice. Release.
Quick release.
You got him.
Little guy.
Little baby.
Look at that. That little fish will eat a lure that big.
They are aggressive.
Oh, aggressive as hell. And they're not biting right now. I mean, when they really get whipped up, man.
These fish are super aggressive now. They're spawning, they're hungry. It's the perfect opportunity for anglers to go up in there and fish them a variety of ways.
Oh, God, look at them.
Is that on your bait?
No, that was fish.
That was cabrilla.
That was cabrilla. That's a
Great
cabrilla.
bite.
Can you get off of there?
One.
I just missed a good one.
We like to fish with plugs a lot. Getting a bite on artificial is probably one of the most exciting strikes you're gonna get.
Need to do this.
Oh, right next to the boat.
That one's a little green.
Right next to the boat.
I was lifting the lure out of the water. Not a bad
Very
one.
aggressive.
I mean, there's not many places in the world where you can catch a grouper in 2 feet of water, have him come exploding out of the water with your lure in his mouth, and as soon as he hits the water, he wants to go back to the house.
Got him.
Woohoo!
Starting to bite a little bit, huh?
Yeah, they're lighting up. Like, this one doesn't feel right. Caught him in top of the head. Oh, and I got some grass bonus. Yeah, no, I felt them swim down. Never gets old. This trip and this region really, really is special to me. I've been telling him about catching these groupers in this shallow water, I mean, since we first met years ago. Oh, there's a good one.
You got him. Nice.
He's not huge, but he came out so far to eat that thing.
The one thing that really fascinated me about the leopard grouper was the coloration on them, the marking.
Nice one.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
So you want to get on a bite where that's your average fish.
Beautiful.
You know, they had the distinct brown of a normal grouper, but mixed in that brown was all these bright, brilliant speckles.
Such a cool fish, man. I never get tired of catching them.
There we go.
I did.
You got him, you got him.
That's a better one.
That's a nice
That's
one.
a good one.
That's a yellow.
These grouper are up on the rocks. They're feeding on all of these sardines and small baits up against the rocks. There's gonna be more than just the usual suspects. That's fun, casting against these rocks.
Yeah. Beautiful baby jello.
The fish that this place is more famous for, really, is the California yellowtail.
Please.
This area holds more yellowtail than anywhere else in the world, to my knowledge.
What is it?
Little yellow,
Baby jello?
looks like it, yeah.
They pull, even
Oh,
the little
dude.
guys.
No, you get them in the shallow water when they can see the bottom, and they pull twice as hard because they can see the rock they want to break you off on. It like gives them extra motivation.
Look at that little guy pull. And these yellowtail down there are a little different than what I'm used to fishing with Ali.
I mean, we'll see big schools of these this week. Big
That
schools.
size and
no,
bigger?
it's rare to catch them smaller. I mean, you'll catch them
really?
in here close to the rocks, but when we go out and chase them just, like a half mile, quarter mile out that way, it'll be the 12 to 25, 30 pound.
These fish are in 20 feet of water. They can see the bottom.
Oh,
Yellowtail. No shortage of them here.
no.
A little different than the other day. When you hook up on one of these yellowtail now, they're fighting for the bottom. They pull extremely hard.
You need help with that?
Nah, I can get him. He's not done yet. There we go. Look at that tail.
Getting bigger.
What's your favorite way to eat these? Raw, right? Sashimi?
I used to eat a lot of them cooked when I was a kid.
Machi?
They're so much better just raw.
There you go, buddy.
The Sea of Cortez many years ago was explored by Jacques Cousteau, and at that time he called it the ocean's aquarium. The Sea of Cortez is a really unique body of water. It's basically formed by the peninsula of Baja on its west side and the mainland of Mexico on its east side, full of life because of the currents that come out of the deep water and bring that nutrients to the surface, as well as the warmer water pushing out of the south in the summertime, which brings the large pelagics and the bait fish that they like to eat.
Look at him go over those rocks. He's just digging for them.
Hey, it's gonna cut your line, okay?
Those yellows are digging that stick bait, huh?
Yeah. Oh, I get 3 or 4 following it up every time.
It's awesome. They don't have to be big to be fun, too. In the shallow water, catching them on lures.
Oh, it's just fun getting a cast, getting a fish every other cast. Foul hooked this one, or the hook came out when he was in the rocks there. He went right for those rocks.
Yeah, you better check your leader.
Oh no, I can see it. It's tore up.
Oh,
I gotta
shit,
change that.
Oh, your leader is all shoe up.
Oh yeah, he went right for those rocks. Very nice.
We started fishing in an area at the north end of the big island, LaGuardia, called Refugio. Refugio is a big bay that's surrounded by little chunks of islands and big rocks. It is the best spot in the world to catch cabrilla or leopard grouper.
Oh, that's a good one.
Well, stop it.
That's a good one.
It's a real good one. Oh. He's got me in the grass, too.
I think you got grass on there too. Pound for pound, these fish will dog you and dog you and dog you. And if you're not putting enough pressure on them and enough drag, they will get you in the structure.
He's coming. He's got a load of grass.
Got a load of grass on them.
That's a nice fish.
Those are the ones we're looking for.
Yep.
Look at how fat.
Nice fish.
Whoosh.
Beautiful.
That.
That's what we're here for.
He jumped all over that thing.
Oh, pounded it. Literally startled me. Come on.
That's a good one there, buddy.
That's the one we need to get you.
I'm looking. That's a pretty fish.
They're so cool, man.
The leopard grouper, right?
Yep, you guys have got so many groupers at home, but this is the closest to home I can catch a true grouper.
Right.
You know what I mean?
South Florida, you have grouper season. Grouper season opens. We all know our grouper, the black grouper, the gag grouper, the scamp grouper, red grouper. For Raleigh, it's a little different. You know, they have a specific time of year where they go and catch these grouper.
Good eating, hard fighting, just great fish. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and let this guy go.
All right, let's get another one.
I think it's okay. Refugio as a zone of fishing is about 12 miles long, give or take, and depending on how you want to divide it up. But that 12 miles has got underwater boulder structure, it's got cliffs that dump into the sea, and all of this stuff makes perfect cover.
Right next to the boat there, he came up and ate it.
Oh my gosh, there's so many on that. Oh! Nice, Julio.
A lot of people might not want to put the effort forth to go on these trips. You know, it's a lot of work, it's a pain in the butt, you know, but why do people do it? Because there is a chance of catching some of these unbelievable fish.
Local knowledge is brought to you by ANDROS Boat Works. Adventure never ends. Mustad Hooks, defining fishing hooks since 1877. AFTCO, the American Fishing Tackle Company. COSTA, see what's out there. Seakeeper, once you feel it, you'll never boat without it. Sea Deck, your boat deserves Sea Deck. FLIR, the world's sixth sense. And by Casa Vieja Lodge. Experience 5-star angling in tropical Guatemala.
The birds are waiting for the fish to show up there.
Is that what they're doing? They're staging, waiting for the fish to come?
Yep.
Julio is a guy who could fish anywhere in the world, but Baja, Mexico is Julio's favorite place.
I have been fishing Bay Los Angeles since I was a kid. My dad bring me here for the first time, like 45 years ago.
So they obviously saw something earlier in the day, and that's why they're here.
And they remember what happened yesterday, you know, so they are in the same area.
Julio is a fishing nut job. The guy loves to fish. He's like all of us, loves to laugh, have a good time.
What time did they light up yesterday?
It was 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock-ish?
Yeah. Oh, an orange! I got the orange.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That is a big boil, Julio. When you talk about cabrilla fishing, no doubt someone's gonna bring up the golden cabrilla.
I know it's an orange, right?
Oh, it's
It's a golden.
golden?
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
no way. And in Spanish, they call it la reina. La reina means the queen.
I've been wanting to see one of these. Their colors are so vibrant.
And what the golden cabrilla is, it's the same fish. It's a leopard grouper that has a genetic mutation that they say occurs in about 1 every 1,000 fish, which turns them this bright golden orange color. Oh, wow.
Woo! Look at the size of that.
Holy
Wow.
big golden.
Wow, what a fish.
Oscar, mi cámara, papá.
Holy
Bájate.
That is a
smokes.
Look at that.
This
Eh?
is the trophy of
¿Qué?
trophies. This fish looks like, almost like a joke, like a fish mouth that somebody painted, you know, a bright orange, safety orange color or something like that. Look at that, Julio.
That
Beautiful.
is beautiful.
Dude, that is the rarest of rare, and to get one that size, unbelievable.
That's a
On
good
the
one,
Nomad,
right?
huh?
On the Nomad.
It's really cool for me when something different comes across. It doesn't have to be huge, just something different is awesome to see.
They
Beautiful.
say it's 1 in 1,000. It's the exact same fish, just a different color phase.
And you know what? The commercial fishermen and the sport fishing, they don't respect groupers, but this, they really respect.
Do they?
You know? They call them reinas.
La reina, the queen.
Yeah, the queen.
So pretty.
Dude, that's a big one, too.
I was taken back at this fish.
That golden grouper really is the ultimate trophy fish down here, especially if you can catch a big one. And once again, this area did not disappoint. All right, Julio, what do you think? Let's get that guy back in the water. Dude, that's
That
awesome.
tail.
I'm jealous.
Nice.
That is an awesome
I saw him
fish.
since he took the lure. So releasing this baby.
Can't believe that one that size on day one. That's awesome.
You know, I feel extremely fortunate because, you know, talking to Julio, talking to Ali, talking to all the guys who've come before me, you know, how many trips do you have to have under your belt before you see a golden grouper?